My name's Jeff Spangler. I'm also known as Jade here in Santa Barbara. I've been introduced that way. Most people in town know me that way. And I've been doing jade carving and had a jade gallery in town here for a long time. So that's how the interface with Santa Barbara happens. I've been here a little over 20 years now. I came down from northern Mendocino County, and that's where I started my whole process of becoming a jade carver and so forth.
My name is Ryan Spangler. I'm a newly started jade carver. Say that I've been doing it for about 5 years now, but it takes, in my experience with some mentors of mine, and so what I say about 10 years is when you start to get an understanding of the stone. It takes a long time to create a relationship with it.
And I just started doing shows. So that's how so once I started doing it, I was being a contractor at the time, a remodel contractor. And I just hung up that shingle. We had when Reagan came in, we had a little bit of a recession that happened, and so the phone just stopped ringing for contracting. I said, well, that's it. No more of that. I just put myself totally into my jade work, and that was a long time ago. That was way back in 85 or something like that. Kind of like being in the carnival, going to another show every weekend and so forth, and doing your carving in between. But jade hunting, that was the big thing, because that's how I came to it as a hunter. I came to life was about going and finding something on it and bringing it home and making it work.
My grandfather took me jade hunting when I was quite young. Don't remember the age it quite was, but took me up to the river and was kind of showing me the ropes where I didn't quite understand it yet. So I was kind of there just dinking off, playing in the water, still having a relationship but not just quite listening yet. Ever since that, it's kind of been there inside me. And then when I moved down here in Santa Barbara in 2011, kind of went under my grandfather's wing and started getting familiar with tooling and how to operate machinery and all that kind of thing. So once I kind of started going down that alley or whatnot, you could call it, kind of opened up to, well, why don't you help me with this stone over here, or start pushing me into this. And he did a great job where he allowed me to learn for myself.
I just figured what brought me to jade was hunting. That was it. So I took him on a jade hunt. And boy, it was like snapping your fingers. He got home from that jade hunt within a week. I had to fight him for bench space and bench time because he just was totally into it. I mean, it worked.
Probably about 4 or 5 years of just kind of being around him, listening, watching, doing little projects here and there, kind of started to spark my interest. Kind of where I spend the majority of my time is making these wearable sculpture. Kind of like to go more that route than jewelry.
A kelp piece, a blade, which is what the history of jade starts off being, as a blade, because jade is the toughest stuff on the planet. And here's a piece of Wyoming black. That is a Neolithic Swiss Army knife. You see right there, a little blade. So, in the little kelp form is what most all jade jewelry starts off to be, and then turns more jewelry-esque as it advances.
As much as it is a precious stone, and I love it so much, part of my satisfaction from it is seeing a smile on somebody else's face once they get it, once they buy a piece of jewelry. So when you get this stone, I really want to share the fact that it's something you share.
My name's Levi Spangler. I guess I'm the third in line at our generation of carving here in America. I'd say with our little family, I'm so grateful for all the help and advice and encouragement from both sides of my older brother and my grandfather here, because it's really cool to put a piece down on a block and then actually have it come out.
And that's really heartwarming to me, to see that I've actually handed it down. That I had to go out and invent it on my own, had to teach myself and all that kind of stuff. But he didn't have to do that. It's been interesting to see actually a jade culture starting, and to have it come from an old jade culture like China, and actually see that sharing of knowledge. The jade culture is actually growing. It's amazing. We think we all have all this control, choice, and all this kind of stuff. We're not. We're just like objects like that persimmon's going to fall off that tree and rot on the ground. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to, we're fulfilling a purpose and a destiny that we have very little control over, actually. Yeah. But we do get to enjoy it. that's what we get to do. We get to enjoy it or suffer it, whichever way you choose.
There you go.